Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest here from Duncanville, Texas, where today's matchup will be Scotlandville out of Louisiana versus Dallas Lincoln. Good afternoon, folks. I'm Brandon Key alongside Michael Christian. We've got some exciting basketball all day, and this one is going to be a doozy. Scotlandville, coming out of Louisiana, has some quick, athletic guards against Dallas Lincoln. Has always been a basketball powerhouse. Actually, the state champion back in 2003 when I was a senior in high school. So I remember playing against at Dallas Lincoln against the likes of their big-time players back in 03. So Dallas Lincoln always has a big name in high school basketball. But Scotlandville coming out here, starring Jonathan Horton, a 6'4 sophomore. They've got a young lineup in Scotlandville, but these teams coming out here on the road with a big crowd here in Duncanville. Should be some exciting basketball as we are set to tip. And Dallas Lincoln in their black uniforms secure the tip with their purple lettering. Scotlandville in their white uniforms. And Dallas Lincoln going straight to work, attacking the basket. Put back shot is no good. And a good rebound secured by Horton. Outlet pass to Javante Smart. Smart slashing down the lane. Open Beekman for three. No good. Crashing the board. Both teams. It's going to be a physical basketball game as they both battle. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Baker. Baker skips it cross court to Milton. Milton, the premier player for Dallas Lincoln, and a hand check foul call on Beekman.
Brandon, unlike the games earlier, these are going to be guard-oriented play. We have Kennedy Milton from Lincoln and Javante Smart going down at toe-to-toe.
And previously, both teams were, attacking each other through post play. But as you mentioned, Ashton Baker, the guard, slashing through the basket and looking to attack. Skip pass goes to Javante Smart as they will work the ball on the perimeter. And Smart with it on the perimeter, breaks down his defender, gets a step, goes baseline, and somehow finds a miniature gap there to lay it up and in, but unfortunately, Javante Smart turned around and bodied up the Dallas Lincoln player, kind of sized him up, gave him a long stare down.
Hey, Javante Smith is a nice frame on him with 6'4", senior, and he went to the hole with some aggression. Now he's ready to play.
He's ready to play. He made a sound statement there on that first free throw attempt, on that basket made. And the technical foul free throw is converted by Milton. Milton getting some easy points here. Kind of settle in to start this basketball game. 4-2.
These are two big point guards going at compared to what we saw earlier with big men. This is guard-oriented.
That's a great point. As the previous game, Tyreek Smith, and nice head fake there, and nice finish by Milton, getting the defenders up in the air, and is able to step through the defenders and lay it up and in. But Timmy was the other big man, and they definitely showcased their talent as both players kind of getting into it here at midcourt. Kennedy Milton and Javante Smart getting after one another, much to the fans' approval.
It's good to see the guard very competitive.
Yeah, they want to compete, and that's what you want. You just don't want anybody to make a poor decision and take matters into their own hands. So let the officials clean it up, play hard, and go beat them on the court.
Yes, sir.
As poor foul there, Kennedy Milton reaching in, and that might be his second personal foul. It is. He picks up 2 personal fouls, and you can't show him what you can do if you're sitting on the bench.
Well, Javante Smart got into it early, and now he's on the bench.
So here we are now with the penetration down the lane and getting it Nice kiss off the glass. Javante Smart with the finish.
Get into his sweeper.
And he is able to get in the bucket and go strong. As operating in space, one-hand slinger, a little baby hook. He secures his own rebound and goes up. Ashton Baker with the hustle. And Ashton Baker securing the offensive rebound. Goes strong off the glass. And we got a timeout on the court. As both teams really getting after it. Dallas Lincoln takes an early lead, 6-4 over Scotlandville. But impressive start to both teams.
What a matchup we came to see. Already has Kennedy Mill on the bench.
Yeah, and you can't blame anybody but himself on that. Kennedy Milton reaching in, picking up a cheap personal on Javante Smart. Kind of getting into it with Smart. And maybe got his emotions a little bit too high into it. Had another cheap reach-in foul, so with two personals, Coach has no choice, Patterson from Lincoln, but to sit him on the bench.
And being a senior, you don't expect that out of your point guard.
Sure.
You already know about this in your previous years.
So here we go to the free throw line for Dallas Lincoln. Ashton Baker, first free throw attempt is good. Converting for the first try. And Baker can't get the roll on the second attempt. 7-4, with 5:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Javante Smart clears out, takes a long three-point attempt. Look at this hustle getting back to the basket. And that hustle and intensity is rewarded by a tip pass from Brandon Harton, who hustled that loose ball from saving it inbounds.
Following your shot, not standing waiting.
And he is rewarded there. As now Dallas Lincoln trying to operate in space, and with Milton on the bench, the two guards working together up top cannot get a rhythm and get the ball working in space. Checking into the game is Anthony Nalon. And Javante Smart for the Hornets will bring it up. Harton with it on the perimeter, leaves it for Thomas the third. They'll reverse it to Smart, pulls up, short corner jumper, tough shot, but nearly got it to go.
Great rebound.
Another offensive board by Horton. He is hustling all over the floor, giving his teams an extra attempts. They're going to have that advantage as Lincoln has a very small guard lineup, and in transition with the block is Beekman. Beekman outlet pass full court to Horton, who slams it home. Two-hand jam. What a pass there.
Good outlet.
By the Hornets to leak up ahead. The finish. And so retaking the lead. The Hornets with an 8-7 advantage over Dallas Lincoln, but not for long. There's a three-point try by Grimes. Brennan Cotton not down the triple.
So many unnecessary fouls. So far away from the basket. 65 feet from the basket. That's an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, both teams getting some cheap personal fouls. Just the anticipation of this game as both teams kind of getting into it and want to make a play, want to make that steal, want to get in that open look transition basket. But Javante Smart will pull it out. Stall, Beekman surveys the floor. He's got a 5-second count. He's got to operate quickly. And the over denial leaves an open three. Stepping into it is Brandon Harton, knocking down the triple. Can't leave him open. And what's even better is he hustles back defensively and deflects that ball out of bounds.
Nice releasing on that shot. Nice left-hand jumper. Seen some nice shooting today.
It's been solid here in Duncanville, Texas. It has been favorable for the shooters. We had 6 3-pointers made earlier for Midlothian with an impressive display. They made 8 threes in the first half alone. And here continuing suit is Dallas Lincoln with the head fake. Good hustle defensively, and the Hornets get the block. Nice stuff there by Jonathan Horton. And Smart getting a high ball screen. They shade and don't give him any kind of opening. And in transition, Ashton Baker pulls out, takes a three-point try. No good. Outlet pass goes the length of the floor. David Thomas, you better not fall asleep in this game or they will be right in your kitchen. There's Reese Beekman with it at midcourt. Closely defended by Ashton Baker. Javante Smart for three. It's good. Just a little bit of separation. You fall asleep for one moment defensively, and he is open. He will knock it down.
He did a very good job of setting himself before the shot. He ran off a double on the baseline, squared up nice, and had a nice three-point.
Dallas Lincoln working a little two-man game. Ashton Baker and Anthony Nalon. And what a scoop shot. Nearly went in for Baker, but he can't convert. And the Hornets now starting to dictate the tempo with a 14-10 lead with 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Shot from the corner is no good off the side of the backboard. And here comes Lincoln in transition. Might have gotten away with a travel, but he stops and pops from the elbow. No good.
Good rebounder.
And you can hear Dallas Lincoln's coach Cedric Patterson screaming, "Get back!" Because here they come. Smart feeds it over to Horton. Horton battling inside, avoids the defender and gets the floater to good.
Very strong move. Very strong.
Jonathan Horton getting it done on both ends of the play. And there's an overplay on the passing lane. Javante Smart with the easy basket in transition.
He's everywhere.
Getting it done early. There's a wide open jump shot. Dallas Lincoln unable to convert. So Beekman slows it down and reverses it to Javante Smart. He directs traffic near midcourt. Gives it up to Brandon Harton. And Beekman surveys the court, gets a high ball screen, gets a step on his defender, goes baseline. Floating to the baseline is Smart, who knocks down the triple. Javante Smart is feeling it early, folks.
Lincoln has to be real careful and not let the lead get away.
Well, they're trying to. The Hornets from Scotlandville have come ready to play all the way from Louisiana. That's a good head fake and a kick out right to the other team. David Thomas all alone lays it up and in for the easy deuce. And a timeout, full timeout coming from Coach Cedric Patterson of Dallas Lincoln. Gonna have to make some adjustments here. As you mentioned, this game could get quickly out of hand with 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lincoln now trails 23-10.
Playing without the leader and point guard to get them in the sets is really showing how they need another point guard on the floor with them. I don't know who their sub is for the point guard, but he's not coming to help.
Yeah, it's definitely throwing off the complete rhythm for Dallas Lincoln. Kennedy Milton had command of the offense, as you see some of the other teams here enjoying the game, enjoying the experience here at Thanksgiving Holiday Hoopfest. It's been very exciting. This team here preparing for the next game, but here Dallas Lincoln got their hands full. Javante Smart has been extremely effective on both ends of the court. Got in some easy transition buckets, but he's also taking care of business from the corner for three.
Coming all the way from Louisiana, you want to make sure you have a long, hard game plan that's going to last you 32 minutes, and they're ready to play.
Those two teams you just saw, South Garland and Denton Geyer, coming up next here on Play Hoops as we continue exciting basketball. And back to action now. Dallas Lincoln will bring it up and spread the floor and look to take his man straight to the basket with a finish. Nice job by Cameron Johnson with the finish. Skip pass goes to the corner. Beekman throw it up top to Smart, and time will expire. That's just a miscue on the Hornets of Scotlandville, just not recognizing how much time was left on the clock. They were setting up their offense, not prepared for the next play, and so time will expire. But either way, Scotlandville takes a 23-12 lead into the second quarter over Dallas Lincoln.
Come out of timeout, you shoot how much time is on the clock. Point guard Javante Smart should know.
So the story in the first quarter, Kennedy Milton picks up a cheap personal foul reaching in on Javante Smart. Those two gentlemen sizing each other up. Javante Smart picked up a technical foul after making an impressive basket going baseline. And then Kennedy Milton reached in on the contact and picked up another personal foul, and those two personal fouls sent him to the bench early on in this first quarter, and Scotlandville never looked back. They have been firing on all cylinders offensively, and Javante Smart, Beekman reversing the basketball, David Thomas III moving the basketball, and Brandon Harton really working in the low block. Get things done effectively as well. So back to action now. Scotlandville will inbound the basketball to start the second quarter. And number 12, David Thomas III, sizing up his defender. Reverse it over to Brandon Harton and Reese Beekman. Beekman will swing it to Smart. He turns down the three. I thought that he was going to let that one fly. And a good effort there by Kennedy Milton, who just checked into the game and tried to do the reach around deflection, but just as quickly as he comes into this game, 18 seconds into the second quarter, he's going to pick up his third personal foul and have to go back to the bench.
Shows no discipline from his part. Being on the sideline, knowing how much they need him, he got to come in with a better frame mind.
Javante Smart open for three. He connects. Nice misdirection by Scotlandville, who left Smart open from the perimeter, who knocks down the triple, and he is feeling it.
And he's ready for the challenge.
He came ready to play for sure.
Yes, he did.
Lincoln kind of struggling, setting up their offense. Anthony Nalen gives it up. And Thomas III gives it to Smart. Trying to get fancy, a little no look. Gets deflected out of bounds.
I think, Brandon, it's fair to say, if you're not playing team ball at this level, you're not going to be successful. It's not working. For anybody going one-on-one.
Well, we've talked that every time. And three-point attempt on the way is good. And that's team basketball right there. Brandon Harton with a three from the corner. He connects quickly. As good team basketball, saw some great ball movement. And Brandon Horton getting out and defending the guard, ready to sell out. Not shy whatsoever, the freshman, 6'3". Good contest there. Dallas Lincoln got an open look, but unable to convert. There's the outlet pass all the way down the length of the floor. Laying it up and in is Beekman. Was that Smart from the outlet pass?
Yes, it was.
Impressive. And there's another pickpocket. Jonathan Horton getting in the mix. And a frustration foul there on Dallas Lincoln as they reached in, and this is probably not something they're accustomed to, having to play down 31-12 early on in the second quarter. You have every ability to try to get back into this basketball game, but extremely frustrated here with the performance of what the intensity that the Hornets are taking to them right now.
They have no answer for Javante Smart right now.
Smart taking care of business. Leaves it for Beekman. Beekman will dribble up top, give it to Thomas III. Smart is a little head fake, but calls for a ball screen. He wants it on the left-hand side. Now he says clear out and resets the offense. Really a 5-second call as Smart thought Beekman was popping out. He didn't, so the pass sails out of bounds.
He hasn't made very many mistakes today, but one is all right, but he got to get back where he got to go. I think he had a drive there and looked it off.
He did. He declined as Lincoln almost saved the ball out of bounds. Pass gets deflected off of Lincoln, out of bounds. Scotlandville basketball. Javante Smart taking care of business. Dribbling up, getting a high ball screen, spins in transition, little scoop, and scores. He's doing everything and anything he wants to out on this court right now. And a good effort by Lincoln to try to catch Scotlandville off guard. Ashton Baker quickly attacking the basket, but Javante Smart, man, he is playing an impressive game here so far in this first half.
He's looking like a smooth operator right now. Nice ball handling, using his height to oversee the defense, getting the ball when he's goal. When in doubt, he goes scores.
And you look at him, I mean, it almost he knows it. He clearly understands what he's capable of, and that looked like just another day and another move, another bucket. Lincoln with an offensive rebound off the missed free throw. Easy putback basket there by Jalen Baker. So with 5:20 remaining, yeah. 33-14. Javante Smart going to have to get some help out there. They switch on the screen, but switch back. Leave it for Beekman. Team basketball operating efficiently, reversing it around the perimeter. Javante Smart leaves it for Horton, who Jonathan Horton floats it up and in.
Javante Smart showing the whole package. Drop, shots, defense, everything.
Jonathan Horton with the packing it in the paint, stuffs it, but not before a foul is called on Javante Smart, his second personal foul. Be interesting to see if Coach Carlos Sample decides to take him out of the game. He may leave them in there and let Javante Smart, a senior, make a smart basketball decision and not reach in any longer. First free throw attempt for Dallas Lincoln. Grimes connects. And Kennedy Milton checking back into the game for Dallas Lincoln. He's got 3 personal fouls, and with 4:49, Lincoln taking a big risk here, but almost a gamble they have to take.
I think the coach feel the same way.
Down by 19, you don't really have a choice. And with 4:40 remaining here in this first half, Javante Smart going baseline, leaving it for Brandon Horton, who easily lays it up and in. Brandon Harton, excuse me.
He's doing an excellent job now for this situation. It's smooth. I like to see that.
And he's got exceptional body control. Javante Smart with a great jump stop and not letting his body carry, his momentum carry into the defender, and that's where a lot of players struggle with the penetration game. Shot up off the glass, no good. Smart with a rebound behind his back. And dishes it cross court to Beekman, who makes a wise decision and kicks it back out. Good ball movement, a little high ball screen. Leaves it for Horton. Horton gets the pass deflected, and Dallas Lincoln off to the races. Smart tries to avoid his third personal, but it looks like this is going to be on Beekman. Beekman will get called for the reach-in.
He got lucky, because it might have been a foul.
He did. I thought Javante Smart was going to pick up that third personal.
His third personal foul.
That's going to be a third personal foul on Reese Beekman instead. So checking in the game for Scotlandville will be Terrion Joseph. Beekman was very frustrated on that cheap foul in transition as well. It's a good dribble penetration, shot up, no good. Scotlandville can't secure the defensive board, and Kennedy Milton makes them pay.
Making his presence felt right away.
He's got to. If you're going to be in that game with this kind of risk, the 3 personal fouls, it's almost better if Lincoln can play 4-on-5 here defensively. Javante Smart pulls up for 3. Crossover dribble. Beating his chest, getting back defensively. Nice job, young man. He's getting it done.
Yes, he is.
Kennedy Milton making some moves. Made his defender completely miss. Sail past him. There's that outlet pass. Full court. And the foul. Count the basket. Terrion Joseph from Javante Smart.
Make it look too easy.
I mean, he's getting the defensive rebound underneath the basket. And Javante Smart able to secure that rebound.
Throw an assist.
There he is, Javonte Smart, just on both ends of the court, playing solid defense. Got 2 personal fouls, and he's able to avoid that 3rd personal, but making the outlet pass from the block all the way down to the opposite free throw lane.
For a 3-point play.
It's unheard of. As Joseph is able to convert with that 3-point play. Scotlandville takes a 42-19 lead over Dallas Lincoln. Milton with the ball on the perimeter. Leaves it for his teammate. Nice move down the baseline, up and under Anthony Nealon. Nealon got some important baskets for his team. Javonte Smith dicing up the defense and leaves it for a wide open 3. David Thomas III. Kennedy Milton getting double teamed near midcourt. Smart's got to be careful not to pick up that 3rd personal, but they force it out of his hands. And a reach-in foul call coming in on Lincoln in transition. This will be on Cameron Johnson. And this will put Scotlandville into the bonus. Now going to the line to shoot 1-1, Brandon Hart.
It's not a good idea to jump the pass, as we talked about earlier. When you're a point guard, you have to stay on the ground and complete the pass. When you jump the pass, bad things happen.
Yeah, he got up in the air and didn't have anywhere to go with it. First free throw attempt is good. Scotlandville taking care of business everywhere. Brandon Hart making the front end of that 1-1. 2:09 remaining. They're looking to push 50 here in the first half. 47-21, no good on the second attempt. Kennedy Milton gets a step from midcourt. Good pass, but his defender kind of left him and got in the passing lane. But there's a steal by Nealon. Kennedy Milton operating a little 2-man game. There's a good head fake, step back, 3-point try is good. Leonard Whitley, who just checked into the game, making an impact. You better get back defensively because here comes Javonte Smart. It's a high ball screen. Skips it cross court. Wide open 3 is good. David Thomas connects from Javonte Smart.
Very unselfish play by this young man. He's showing how to get everybody involved while sticking yours.
Good defense there on Anthony Nealon, who nearly lost it.
And all of Mr. Smart's passes have been on the money, so all the catcher has to do is catch and shoot or catch and lay it out. Very good.
Correction, that pass last touched by Nealon, so it'll be Scotlandville basketball. Just over a minute to play. Javonte Smart, high ball screen near midcourt. Fakes to the corner, splits defenders, and lays it in.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Michael, he is making it look simple. Exceptionally impressive here.
Woo.
What a performance by Javonte. And there's a little short-range jumper. Kennedy Milton, no good. Smart with it again near midcourt. Leaves it to the corner, finds another open man. That's just poor transition defense. And defensive rebounding there.
Didn't force. Set the offense up. 23 seconds.
He's got a count going. He's going to have to create some separation, and he does. So with 15 seconds remaining, create separation once more. 10 seconds now. Javonte Smart looks to make a move. It's a high ball screen. Avoids it, goes to his left, and the defender comes in to try to take the charge, and they call a block. It'll be interesting to see if they count the basket. It went in, and they do count the basket. Javonte Smart avoids the defender, draws the contact. Leonard Whitley did an exceptional job of trying to slide over and take that charge, but Javonte Smart sidesteps the defender, goes glass, converts, and goes to the line to shoot 1.
What a display. He came to play at both ends.
Smart converts on the free throw attempt.
Oh, excuse me.
There's the 3-point attempt as time expires. That'll close the first half, where that second quarter score, Scotlandville had 23 in the first quarter and 22 in the second quarter, and only held Dallas Lincoln to 12 and 12 for a halftime score, 55-24. Extreme display of performance there, as Dallas Lincoln finds himself in a deep hole, and Kennedy Milton, their star player, in foul trouble with 3 personal fouls going into the second half. As we are now with Scotlandville's head coach, Carlos Sample. Over to you, Angel.
Play Hoops here with Coach Sample, the Hornets head coach. You got your boys humming. They came to Texas ready to eat. Javante Smart really got some going, being an excellent leader. What was your mindset for these boys coming out here playing in front of this crowd?
Well, we just wanted to come out and just try to get better, than the game before, and just trying to get better every day. We know that, this is a five-man show, not a one-man show. We can't do it by himself, and just try to get other guys going and let him get going as well. And he did a good job of getting himself and the team into the game.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a complete joy to watch, and the really good part about it is all your players are stepping up, knocking down open shots. Everybody's scrapping on defense, man. We appreciate you coming down and getting these guys going, man. Good luck in the second half. All right, back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Angel, and back to action here from Duncanville, Texas. Scotlandville with a commanding lead, 55-24 over Dallas Lincoln. And what a display here by Javante Smart. Javante Smart had 27 points in the first half, along with 6 assists. And some of those assists coming from the backcourt. I mean, he was making outlet passes from the low block, but what a display here by Javante Smart in the first half. Just getting it done on both ends of the court and really showing up to play for a 55-24 lead over Dallas Lincoln. We'll take a brief intermission here at the end of this first half, 55-24, Scotlandville out of Louisiana with the lead, and come back to you with more action here for Play Hoops.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuss locked on wrist. Woo, my dreams are full.
Night day on Thanksgiving Hoopfest.
Time to marry.
Your man DJ Max live in the mix.
If you want it, you got
We're here tomorrow. First tip off at 10 a.m.
it. You try to bless me like I said I do. Sneeze,
Get ready for the second half.
squeeze them, get
Scotlandville, Dallas, Lincoln.
between the woman started low, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head when I departed. Draw like I'm an artist, I'm crawling with straight to walkable foreigns and like a riders are foreign.
With us from
And good evening, folks. Welcome back to Duncanville, Texas, where they are hosting the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoop Fest. I'm Brandon Key alongside Michael Christian. We've had some exciting basketball and an impressive showcase of athleticism and basketball savvy from Javante Smart, who has 27 points in the first half, along with 6 assists to going 11 for 13 from the field and making all 4 of his free throws. Just getting it done on both ends of the court defensively as well. He's controlled the tempo of this basketball game and made his statement, made a nice move to start the basketball game and has not looked back. He is in command here tonight, Michael, and he has dominated this game for a 55 to 24-point lead over Dallas Lincoln.
What Javante Smith has done in one half, most people have for the whole game. But the most impressive thing is he has 6 assists. He's sharing the ball. He's not forcing. He's 11 for 13 from the field. That's great shooting as well as great court awareness.
Dallas Lincoln just now hustling out of the halftime. And, as usual, these teams, as you mentioned, they watch NBA basketball, a lot of college ball. There's a lot of individual game, one-on-one, but Scotlandville has really shared the basketball, and that has been to their benefit as Brandon Cotton attacks quickly to the basket. Little floater, gets it to go, get his first 2 points of the second half. Reese Beekman.
These first 3 minutes of the second half are really important.
And we have a double foul. Both players battling on the low block. And it'll be interesting to see who they call this personal foul. We got a double foul. One coming on Jatarian Davis, 23. So Quintez Grimes and Jonathan Horton. So possession arrow goes to Scotlandville, and they'll pull a quick trigger 3, no good from Beekman. Here comes Lincoln in transition. They find a man in transition. He slaps the backboard and then stuffs the shot. Jonathan Horton with the block, intense. Great help side defense there as the missed basket led to an open look, but Jonathan Horton said no sir and stuffed it. And now Dallas Lincoln and Jonathan Horton getting into it a little bit here as these two players kind of having a conversation. The officials having to step in between these two players, both Ashton Baker. And this will be on Jonathan Horton. Will pick up the technical foul. And you're dominating the game. There's really no need for that extracurricular here underneath the basket when a player's just trying to get set underneath the basket. But Kennedy Milton with an opportunity to go not down a pair of free throws, pad his stats. He has ridden the bench in the first half with 3 personal fouls, and it's great to see him back on the court. Hopefully he can get out there and make something happen for his team.
4-1 to start the second half, right where they want to be, aggressive. Now they got the ball back.
So Dallas Lincoln, Kennedy Milton with the ball. Calls out head tap, typically a high ball screen, and he'll get it. Clears it out. Great shoulder fakes. Collects 3 defenders and dishes it cross court. Wide open 3.
Just that fast.
Good look by Brandon Cotton with the finish.
Down to 14.
7-0 run, just like that. Still at 24-point deficit, but they can get back in the mix here in a hurry if they continue to play solid defense. And that pass deflected out of bounds. Dallas Lincoln ball, 7-0 run still continues. As an inbounds pass goes off Ashton Baker's leg, and it goes ahead and goes to Milton. He's able to collect it and bring it up.
I guess I wanted to send you a game.
Wishful thinking, right? Yeah, a loose ball foul. That's going against Dallas Lincoln. And it'll be number 23, Quintez Grimes, with the loose ball foul.
Substitution for the Tigers, number
Coming in
33.
for the Dallas Lincoln Tigers, number 33, Jontarian Davis.
Get a score right here.
And Dallas Lincoln's defensive intensity has just been unproductive here tonight. As there is prime example, they overplayed a little too far. Scotlandville with a good look, but couldn't convert. So Lincoln with it in transition. Milton leaves it for his teammate Nealon, who can't convert. And stepping out of bounds, good hustle there by Nealon to follow the shot out of bounds on Brandon Harton. Dallas Lincoln basketball.
Jonathan Horton with a nice heads high, and he got the ground real well.
Kennedy Milton, step back, got some separation. His teammate hooks him up with another three-point attempt. It's good. Kennedy Milton. He's got 5 points in the second half. Not giving up yet. Good ball movement there by Scotlandville, but good hustle and a steal.
Good D.
Cameron Johnson, way to rotate back. In transition, Dallas Lincoln, number 13, Ashton Baker, converts. And we got an offensive foul here in the front court, away from the basketball. Off screen, you had number 5, Jonathan Horton, just kind of trucking down the court and slammed into a Dallas Lincoln player who took a spill. And so
got a head on the swivel.
a 10-2 run for Dallas Lincoln to open up this second half. You got to anticipate they weren't going to lay down and take it. Kennedy Milton, penetration down the lane, gets it tipped away. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Scotlandville. One of those 50-50 balls, but a double dribble violation on Reese Beekman, who was trying to advance it too quickly up the court.
And Scotlandville has yet to score this half.
That's a good eye. They have been scoreless here, with Dallas Lincoln with a 12-0 run. Shot attempt is up and no good, but tip goes directly, and you never save it underneath your own basket. Scotlandville not applying that rule. And Cotton able to scoop it and score. And here's a steal. Kennedy Milton playing deep safety. Sweet pass over to his teammate. Gets deflected away out of bounds. Dallas Lincoln ball. And timeout Scotlandville, who has gone scoreless in the second half. And what an impressive 14-0 run for Dallas Lincoln to open up this second half.
We discussed the second half being very important. The first 3 minutes, getting out the gate, being accountable, hold your teammates accountable, and getting some type of offensive flow.
Scotlandville taking that timeout, 30-second timeout. Carlos Sample trying to get a hold of his team and say, hey, control the tempo. Where are you guys at? One question I have, where is Javante Smart here in this second half? Looks like he was sitting the bench to open up this second half, but he is checking back into the basketball game for his team, trying to regain their composure and take that 20-plus lead and try to capitalize. So Kennedy Milton Goes between his legs about a dozen times, backs down his defender, and gets a step. Shot up, no good. Multiple players hustling for the rebound. Here's
Right on
Javonte
cue.
Smart, 3-on-2 opportunity, and a block call. That one was a close one as Javonte Smart took on 2 defenders.
Personal foul. Lincoln.
3-on-2 opportunity.
John Tyrion Davis is first move to the foul.
Javonte with the rebound and the push straight to the basket.
As you mentioned, right on cue. Steps up and knocks down the free throw to give his team the first point in the second half. Of course, who else would it come for? With 28 points, Javonte Smart will make it 29 for 57-38 lead over Dallas Lincoln. But an impressive 14-0 run stopped by Smart's pair of free throws. Lincoln with the ball near midcourt, and Ashton Baker trying to get a little ball screen, isolation. Cotton with a nice jab step. We'll back it out to Kennedy Milton. Milton with it near midcourt. Got his man isolated. They shuffle through and look to clear out on the wing. Get him another ball screen. They switch. Javonte Smart now guarding him. Closely defended. Got him at the high post. Leaves it for Horton on the baseline, who's able to somehow find it and finish. And one of the first ill-advised pass, maybe the second turnover of the game for Javonte Smart as he tries to outlet pass, make that pass from the free throw line and chunks it to the opposite baseline.
I don't like the basketball Lincoln's playing right now. ISO one-on-one is not working. Taking too much time on the clock. No one's moving, too stagnant.
That's true, as it is killing quite a bit of time. It's got him a couple open looks as Kennedy Milton steps into that jumper. But again, if you're going to try to climb back into this now 17-point deficit, you're going to have some sense of urgency. So here we are, Scotlandville. Thomas leaving it for Javonte Smart. He will bring it across midcourt and look to set up the offense, which will equate to a high ball screen clear out. And isolation down the lane, blocking foul call once again on Dallas Lincoln. And Javonte Smart with the presence of mind to step back and release it to shoot the shot. As the contact is being made, it's almost like a continuation process there, but it's a heady play there by the senior. Tyrion Davis picks up the personal foul, 6'4" forward. Tried to take the offensive foul, but Javonte Smart makes his 30th point of the game.
Taking care of business at the free throw line.
Javonte Smart's second free throw attempt. He is perfect from the stripe here today.
He got a nice stroke.
Dallas Lincoln trying to rush it. Leonard Whitley tried to tiptoe the baseline and inbound it, but he stepped over the line. That's an inbound violation, which will give the possession back to Scotlandville. Javonte Smart for three, it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, if I said he's feeling it, that would be an understatement.
He's putting on a clinic right now.
Simple pass, comes off a screen, knocks down the three. Here's Lincoln trying to operate. Good save there, good effort in the save by Whitley. But a skip pass across the lane from Anthony Nealon. Unable to convert.
The whole complexion of the game changed when Javonte Smart checked back into the game. He took control.
So true, a 14-0 run has now become a standstill, and the lead is gone back to a 20-point lead. Javonte Smart isolating, step back three, well contested, no good.
First bad shot of the game.
He is human.
Yes.
Kennedy Milton tries his hand to the three. Just a bit long off the back of the backboard. No good, back of the iron. And here comes Beekman in transition.
Good finish.
Excuse me, that was Terrion Joseph. Jerion Joseph able to work in transition and
catch the ball on the left hand and finish with the left also.
Milton trying to do anything he can to spark his team. And that's Anthony Nealon going down the lane, absorbing the contact, and getting an opportunity to go to the free throw line to shoot too.
Being down so early in the game, you're going to exert a lot of energy trying to get back in the game. And as you see, everybody's pulling their trunks.
They are. They got their hands on their knees, and they look gassed. Checking into the game for Dallas Lincoln is Jalen Baker. Back to the free throw line is Anthony Nealon for his second attempt. Second try is short off the front of the iron, no good. Beekman will secure the board and leave it for Smart. Smart skip past the length of the floor. And Scotlandville playing solid basketball, zipping it to the baseline, but the presence of mind to back it back out and get a solid play. And what a shot there by Javonte Smart. Again, the body control to get down into the paint and not cascade into the defender and pick up that personal foul. He's able to shoot straight up and down, have a solid jump stop, and finish.
Great job.
Leonard Whitley down the lane, gets blocked inside. What a stuff there by Brandon Harton. And Javonte Smart, again, directing traffic. Leaves it for Beekman. Now Smart looked to post up. Will ask for it again. A little bit of confusion going on for Scotlandville. They're going to direct traffic. Ball gets deflected out of bounds with 18 seconds here in the third quarter.
They were going to post Javonte on the box, but he noticed the clock was running down, so he said hold for one.
Man, what a presence of mind to notice how much time is remaining in the quarter and did not let a shot go before. 15 seconds remaining. Got a count going. Nearly a 5-second count, but he kills his dribble. Had a foul there on Anthony Nealon, trying to defend. Javonte Smart, when I say trying to defend, he's doing his very best, but Javonte Smart has been near unstoppable.
Substitution number 20. Correction number 13, Ashton Baker.
Ashton Baker will check back into the basketball game. Smart with 7 seconds at midcourt. Got his man isolated, and Baker gets a step, a lot of contact, but is able to finish as time expires. Javonte Smart has the crowd in awe. It is silent as he swishes it home, and Dallas Lincoln fans are not typically ones to remain seated and stay quiet. They are usually into these basketball games, but they have been shut out here by the likes of Javonte Smart and Scotlandville. Scotlandville has had complete control of this basketball game from the start going into this fourth quarter, as they now lead 66-43. Michael, we have described Javonte Smart and all that he's capable of here in this basketball game, but what are some things, Dallas Lincoln, what are some adjustments they could try to make to slow him down?
He's finding an open man. It's hard to run a double team at him. He moves well out the ball. He's not hogging the ball. He's finding an open man. He's playing defense. It's hard to stop this guy right now. And I think with the little blow he got at the beginning of the half, he came back in with the second win and then took back over. No signs of letdown. My God.
He hasn't. His team no longer led by more than 20 points, but he has come back into this basketball game and traded baskets and regained the lead for a 68-43, a 25-point lead over Dallas Lincoln.
He's definitely using his whole 6-foot frame to his advantage, taking his time, seeing over the defense. It's a joy to watch.
Scotlandville will start with possession for the start of the fourth quarter. Javonte Smart, the man of the hour, Reverses the basketball and cuts through. Leaves it for Harton. Nice ball movement again. David Thomas has been very effective offensively. He stops and pops from the top of the key, but can't convert. And here comes Ashton Baker, the opposite direction. Tip, no good. But another good effort there on the offensive glass is number 32, Travis Moore. He'll have an opportunity to get in the box score and go to the line to shoot 2.
Lincoln dug himself a hole early in the game and have yet to dug out. They got to find another way to speed up the other team right now and gives them some turnovers, but it's not working right now.
First free throw attempt is good for Travis Moore. Second try, he is unable to convert. It's a long rebound, and Ashton Baker comes up with it. He'll back it out. And reset, look to attack Reese Beekman. Kick out to the corner, Cotton. Open look for 3, no good off the iron. And who's got the board? Javonte Smart. He high steps, avoids the defender. Kiss off the glass is no good. A little bit of a blocking foul call, but again, no call. So Ashton Baker works in transition, but a solid rebound there by Brandon Harton. 6:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Javonte Smart really gets it deflected away, but leaves it for Joseph.
And Brandon Harmon is a freshman.
That is extremely impressive, and he will miss the likes of Javonte Smart next season, so he better soak up all that he can in the process. Foul on Brandon Harton, the freshman, on cue. And our score 68-44 with 6:28 here to go in the game. Dallas Lincoln calls out head tap. Kennedy Milton back into the game. Looks to work, operate, finds his man in the corner. Great step through on the jump stop by Anthony Nealon, and he can't convert. But here comes Scotlandville in transition. That's one of those one-hand passes that if you don't have crisp, clean passes, you'll lose that pass under duress.
Scotlandville has done a good job rebounding by committee, both ends of the court.
So Kennedy Milton, a little bit disheartened here. Makes a nice crossover dribble move though, and tries to float it, no good. Here's in transition, 3-point attempt. Rattle rims in and out for Beekman. And in transition, Milton is picked up by Smart. Smart closely defending him. Good skip pass cross court to Cotton.
There's that man again.
Smart with another rebound. He may be nearing a triple-double on the night. And Smart dribbles out, dribbles back in, putting on a showcase. And Kennedy in transition going the other direction, making a nice move himself, splitting defenders. Reverse layup, under pressure, is able to convert. Just under 5 minutes to play. 3-point try is good. Javonte Smart from the corner. Great penetration kick out.
Making it look too easy. 6 for 6 for the 3.
Whew. Ashton Baker gets into a little bit of trouble there, and his coach helps him out. Head coach Cedric Patterson calls a timeout as Ashton Baker picked it up, and could have picked up the personal foul with a little bit of shove, but great look there by Dallas Lincoln to call the timeout and save possession. As Scotlandville continues with their lead, 71-46.
Brandon must have been the reason why Javonte took a technical at the beginning of the game, because he got Milton right out of his game to the bench, and he took over. And he hasn't looked back.
He hasn't. And as you mentioned earlier, these teams playing solid team basketball. Scotlandville, you know, you watch these NBA teams, it's a lot of isolation. I was watching the Lakers and the Kings the other night, and it was nonstop, one-on-one basketball, outlet pass, shooting a three or penetrate and kick out for a three. And there wasn't much ball movement. There wasn't much solid offense, but these young men here tonight have played some sound basketball. Scotlandville has, you know, operated through Javonte Smart, but he hasn't been the one-man show. He has also, you know, shared the basketball and created shots for his teammates, and that's imperative if your team's going to be successful.
That's real important, especially down the line. Down the line, you got to have other people. It just can't be you.
And you got to
And now everybody's rebounding.
That's right. Everybody's crashing the boards. And you got to buy into that. And that's, you know, imperative for Javonte Smart, a senior guard, to play in that manner if that's how they're going to dictate the tempo, if that's how solid they're going to play.
Especially with so many young players on the team. The roster is impressive. It got a lot of youth.
Yeah, only 5 seniors on the team, but Javonte Smart being one of the only ones that actually play a good deal. And as you mentioned, mostly sophomores and even
freshmen.
A couple freshmen. And these players playing major minutes here in this basketball game. As Smart will slow down the pace. This is one of those opportunities where, you know, the high school shot clock, if it was implemented, we opened the season in Crowley, Texas. North Crowley and Crowley. There's a steal. Oh, almost a steal. And a timeout here. Looks like Scotlandville will call timeout, restructure some things on how to spread the floor and burn some of that clock. Well, we had a shot clock trial run in the Cowtown tip-off over in Crowley, and it was interesting to see high school basketball players try it out for a change. And it was very interesting for these teams to open up the season playing with the shot clock. It was a 30-second shot clock. The officials did a great job of implementing it. But it was interesting down the stretch when you had these 10-point games that teams typically, if you're great at handling the basketball, you could just dribble out the clock. No one could come out and defend you. It forced them to play basketball. And when they did, it you know, gave the defense or the team that was down an opportunity to maybe climb back into the game. And it didn't just allow the athletic, great ball handling team to walk away with it or slow down the pace of the game. You know, you get some of these slow basketball teams that want to shorten the game, and they'll spend 5 minutes on a possession or hold the ball at midcourt and be satisfied with that, but it forces you to play basketball. Go make plays. So this is one of those instances where, you know, you kind of worry about, is it a mercy rule that you know, Javonte Smart is holding the ball at midcourt, or is it more so embarrassing that, you know, somebody's just holding it at midcourt and there's nothing you can do about it? So it can go both ways. It was an interesting trial run.
Was the score higher? Were the scores higher?
Typically, yes. Yeah, you saw a lot of these 70-point games, and teams had a better opportunity, but it made it more exciting. You had some more opportunities for a buzzer beater. You know, teams could run that shot clock down and nearly get a bucket. So kept things interesting as Javonte Smart distributes once again and leaves it for Jonathan Horton, who gets the baseline floater to go. And you got to anticipate Scotlandville shooting at a ridiculous shooting percentage here on the night as well.
He distributed the ball way well, not jumping the pass, hitting the open man. All he has to do is turn and shoot or make a layup.
Good ball movement this time by Dallas Lincoln. Patiently looking for a good shot, but an offensive foul call. Good call there by the official. Ashton Baker allowed his momentum to carry into the defender and picks up the personal foul.
Jonathan Horton taking the charge.
Substitution for Lincoln, number 23.
Sophomore.
It's impressive. It takes discipline to step up and take those charges. That was one of my favorite plays of the game. You can sit in there and such a big turn of events for your team if you can put a personal foul, force a turnover. There's a steal by Keelan Milton. And a nice dish off to Ashton Baker. Oh, excuse me. It is Cotton, Brandon Cotton, who lays it up and in. As Kennedy Milton gets an easy one. Dallas Lincoln has not turned off the pressure. Kennedy Milton, another steal. traps his man in the corner, step through, and leaves. Oh, nice pass, just mishandled there by Nealon. And here's Javante Smart. Ooh, I'm surprised that didn't go in.
About the very few rare mistakes he made this afternoon.
A little 1-foot runner off the glass, no good. Kennedy Milton skips it back up top. Cotton, little side step, takes a jumper. And just too much defensive pressure to get a clean look. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Javante Smart gets a high ball screen. A lot of contact out front. And will draw the contact at the basket. This foul will come on Quintez Grimes. He'll pick up the personal foul. His third personal, and that will send Javante Smart with an opportunity to pad the stats and push maybe the likes of 40 points in this game.
Deservingly so. Finish the game strong, make your free throws.
Coming to the game for Scotlandville, number 33, Zaheem Jackson. Smart back to the line to shoot his second free throw. And connects with 1:51. Scotlandville takes an impressive 75-48 lead over Dallas Lincoln.
Another freshman checked in the game, giving other players the opportunity to play.
Denial on the passing lane. Milton leaves it for his big man. Nice move, gets blocked.
Mr. Horton.
Horton once again.
He's all over.
And coming into the game for Scotlandville, number 12, Damani Robinson Jr. Number 15, Davion Smart. Number 23, Trelvis Griffin, clearing the bench. And Javante Smart, Jonathan Horton will take a seat. Morantz James also checking in again, number 24, as a three-point attempt. Brandon Cotton switches it home. He's been able to get some clean looks here in this game. Been able to convert, just not enough at the right times. Pass is deflected away. Davion Smart tried to feed the post. Just deflected. Martin, whoa, nearly tried to go up and posterize Scotlandville, but I don't know if he had enough air underneath him on that one. He elevated it and was like, bail, and dished it off at the last moment.
Finish the last couple seconds off and not get injured and go away.
It's true.
Yeah.
Live to play another day.
Good.
First free throw attempt by Quintez Grimes is no good. Scotlandville checks in, back in Brandon Harton. And the free throw attempt is good by Quintez Grimes. Pass nearly sails over the head of Scotlandville. They're able to bring it across midcourt. Good pass and ball movement by Scotlandville as they've been effective all game for an open look for three. Off of Ashton Baker, not off of Brandon Cotton. And he's able to inbound the basketball.
Don't stand in front of the clock. They can't see the clock. The referees can't see the clock.
And so just under 20 seconds to play. Good pass there. Underneath, and shot attempt is no good. But a foul there, again, coming against Scotlandville. With 23 seconds, Quentin Grimes will go back to the free throw line. Pat stats. First free throw attempt is good. He has definitely worked hard during this game, so it's nice to see him get a couple easy baskets to close out this game.
He's a sophomore also. He'll be back next year.
There's Keaton Milton. Again, tries to go up, elevate. Can't slam it home, but Kennedy Milton is able to lay it up and in. get an easy basket. And as time will expire, Scotlandville will dribble out the clock and close it out with a 75-55 win over Dallas Lincoln. And this game started out intense. Scotlandville and Lincoln both came out with a chip on their shoulder. They both came ready to play. Scotlandville's Javante Smart picked up a technical foul after his first made basket, but you know, he backed it up with the intensity of his play. And Kennedy Milton, big star from Dallas Lincoln, picked up 2 early, quick personal fouls, which sent him to the bench for the majority of the game, and that put them in a hole. Lincoln had no offense to answer for Scotlandville's nonstop pressure defense, and just what a display of offensive presence by Scotlandville to move that ball around and get some easy baskets.
Excellent job of ball movement, team defense. The concept of team is engraved in their score. As you can see, Javante Smart could have went one-on-one every time, but he distributed the ball real well, let the game come to him, and was very effective.
Javante Smart with a near triple-double. What an impressive game for him, as he, the senior guard at 6'4", definitely has a bright future at the next level, because he understands the game. He takes care of the basketball. He is able to go score at will, but he distributes as well and creates offense at the same time. So impressive display there from Scotlandville. So we'll close this one out. Congratulations to Scotlandville with the victory, 75-55 over Dallas Lincoln. Stay tuned for more games here from the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoop Fest from Dallas, Texas. On behalf of Michael Christian, I'm Brandon Key. Thanks for tuning in to Play Hoops.